Hi, everybody. It's Miss Danielle, and today we're going to question the book Stone Fox Edition. So, before we read the story, we talked about making a prediction and what we thought was going to happen. So, I just picked two questions from here. What kind of characters do you think will be in the book, and what do you think is going to happen? Um, we know that there are dogs on the cover, and I know that they have a red leash. So I was thinking sled dogs originally. Um, so I think that there will be dogs in the story, and I think there will be maybe a sled dog race. While reading, I chose to ask myself these two questions. If the book was a TV show, which actors would you cast in it? And when reading the story and how important the grandfather is to little Willie, I immediately think of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This character here and Grandpa, they seem to be like the same characters in my head. So that's who I visualize when I read the story sometimes. But it's also important to realize where and when this book is set. This book was originally printed in 1998, no, 1980, 1983. So it's important to realize that this is an older story, and it's also set in a very cold place where they need sled dogs. So that's important. I'm not quite finished with the story, but I want to remind you of the questions you should ask yourself when you're done reading Stone Fox. So, who or what was your favorite part and character in the story, and why? What was the most interesting thing you learned from the story? Why do you think the author wrote this book? So, what was the purpose behind this text? Would you have ended it differently? And did it end the way you thought it would? Did the problem of the book's plot get solved? And how? And if you could change one thing in the book, what would it be? So, that's for when we're finished the story. I know we're not done yet, but I want you to remember those questions. So, right now, I want you to send me your cast list for the Stone Fox TV show. I think it'd be really interesting to see if we all have very similar ideas of the characters or very different ideas. I'd love to see what you have thought. So send that to me. Bye, guys.